Hey, what's up, everybody? Evan Freiberger here with your weather forecast, and today we're going to be doing kind of a short forecast in terms of what we usually do. Just going to go over the timing of the storms expected today and tomorrow, and also the new changes that the SPC has made in terms of the tornado, hail, and damaging wind risk. Here we go. All right, first what we're going to look at is Thursday, or today, and moving this model forward, timing of these storms, you can really start seeing them fire around 4 p.m. around Oklahoma City. Continuing this model, you can see that kind of spreads off to the north and east, going into Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana by 9 p.m. And that convection starts more on the southern part of this storm, going into Dallas eventually here overnight. Moving this even further, you can see that those storms make their way through Dallas by around 6 a.m. And then this line kind of reorganizes and strengthens as a shortwave comes through. And then we start to see these prefrontal cells start to happen in front of the line of storms here. And again, this is on the 24th now, so we're heading into Friday. So let's move this over to here. Moving this forward, you can see that those storms really start to fire up at around 8 p.m. on in Mississippi. Potentially some of these could be prefrontal cells, and some of these storms could have strong tornadoes in them, damaging winds with not so big of a hail threat. Continuing to move this forward, you can see that line moves through Mississippi and then eventually makes its way into Alabama by 4 a.m. Kind of looks like we might have two lines of storms potentially with this, but I think the best solution is probably just one organized line of storm coming through northern Alabama by around 7 a.m. Pushing this all the way through, that line starts to die off by 11 a.m. on Saturday there. So let's go over to here and then look at the risks and see how they have changed. First, we're going to start off with Thursday. As you can see, the slight risk has actually been extended a little bit here into Arkansas and Missouri there, but mainly it's parts of Texas, parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. Then we have a slight risk around that, encapsulating the slight risk for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and parts of Kentucky there. Going over to the tornado risk, you can see that there has been two little areas of 5% tornado risk added here. These 5% include Wichita Falls here, Fort Smith, Fayetteville and Rogers, Arkansas, and a little bit of parts of Oklahoma there. And then also around that is a 2% tornado risk. So definitely going to be monitoring this event today. If anything appears like it's going to spin up a tornado, I will go live to cover this. Going over to the wind risk, you can see that they have added a 15% chance here for some damaging winds, kind of right around where that 5% tornado risk is. So just north of Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Rogers, and then parts of Oklahoma there. And then around that, we have a 5% encapsulating this 15% for Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky. Going over to the hail risk, you can see that they've expanded it a little bit. There's a 15% hashed risk for hail now. That is 2 inches of hail, or 2-inch sized hail or higher. So that's San Angelo, Abilene, Wichita Falls, just to the south of Oklahoma City, kind of encapsulating the southern portion of Oklahoma City there, along the I-40 corridor and the I-35 corridor there in Oklahoma. Zooming out, you can see there's a 15% around that for hail of up to quarter-sized, and that encapsulates Dallas, or parts of Texas here, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and parts of Missouri. And you can see that there's a 5% around that for Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky. All right, so that's it for that day. That's the new update there. And then coming over to here, we also have some new updates. So remember yesterday we had just an enhanced and slight and marginal risk, and now we have a moderate risk. Why, you might be asking? Well, the tornado risk is quite substantial with this event. I mean, look how big this 10% hashed risk is. It encapsulates lots of Louisiana, Mississippi, parts of Tennessee. It even goes all the way up into Kentucky, Missouri, and also Arkansas here. And then we have a 15% hashed risk for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. So what did the hash risk mean? Hash risk means that EF2 tornadoes or higher are possible in these areas. So you guys definitely need to be weather aware when these storms come through. Now, around that, we have a 5%, and that includes parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Arkansas. Then zooming out even further, we have a 2% around that, including parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, even parts of Ohio there, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Arkansas. So just make sure that you are weather aware no matter which percent you are in with these tornado risks. Going over to the wind risk, you can see we actually have a 30% hash risk up here for parts of Arkansas around Little Rock, northern Mississippi near South Haven, Memphis, Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, and the Boot Hill of Missouri. And that means we have a 30% chance of up to 75-mile-per-hour winds. So we could see some hurricane force winds come through this area. We have a 30% non-hash risk around that, which means a 30% chance for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and that includes parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And then we have a 15% around that, so that includes Texas, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, and Arkansas, and even parts of Oklahoma there. And then we have 5% around that. Coming over to the hail risk, not really the biggest risk out of all these things we just went over, but there is a little bit of a hail risk here for Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas there. That's a 15% chance for quarter-sized hail, and then around that we have a 5% risk for quarter-sized hail. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.